host of the Gridiron.
Pretty much the Giants offense versus the Panthers defense. So something's got to give, because pretty much I think I'm going to read in this article here, right? The Giants have the worst offense, or one of the worst offenses, and the Panthers have a very, very bad defense. So does that mean that, the Giants are going to run up 30 points? Does that mean the Panthers are going to shut the Giants out? I mean, does that mean the Giants are going to score somewhere like 17 to 20 points? So we'll have to wait and see till Sunday. But we got the good old Giants-Panthers when New York has the ball. This is from Nick Filato. He does a very, very good job, very thorough job, right? Very thorough job. So the Giants are 6.5-point favorites, and the over-under is only at 40.5 points. So they're not expecting a lot of points over there in Germany. Carolina Panthers surrendered the most points in the NFL, allowing 32.6 points per game. Whew. Their defense is only allowed less than 25 points twice this season. Both of their wins. So if they allow less than 25 points, they might win. New York has only scored over 25 points only once this season against Seattle. And actually, if you look at it, I mean, the Giants should have scored a lot more than that. But the final points that got put on the board did not come from their offense. It came from the special teams, right? Carolina is a 28th ranked red zone defense, allowing 69.23% of touchdowns in the red zone. The Giants have the worst red zone offense in the NFL, scoring a touchdown on just 40% of the red zone trips. For reference, the 2021 Giants finished dead last in red zone percentage. They scored on 44.75% of their trips. Wow. Panthers have the worst third down conversion rate in the NFL. Their defense allows a conversion of 48%, almost 50% of the third down conversions the Panthers allow. Wow. Whew. That's brutal. Giants ranked 22nd on offense in third down percentage with an average of 36%. Carolina is also dead last in yards allowed per game. They allow almost 400 yards a game, 392, and have allowed 416 yards per game over the previous 3 weeks. The Panthers allow the 29th most plays run per game, an average of 66.1. Giants offense ranks in the top 10 of plays run in the NFL. That's amazing. The Giants offense ranks in the top 10 of plays run. They run in the top 10, almost the amount of plays in the NFL. Yet we stink. New York runs 64.3 plays a game, ranking them 8th overall. You just can't score any points. Stopping the run is the primary issue with the Panthers, as inept offense compounds this problem. Carolina's opponents typically run out the clock in the second half. Still, the Panthers' defense is Swiss cheese on the ground, allowing 159.3 rushing yards per game and the 25th most passing yards per game, giving up 232 passing yards a game. So look, maybe a little heavy dose of maybe Mr. Tracy, right? The injuries and lack of depth have restricted the Panthers' defense. According to NFL Next Gen, the Panthers have used a base defense, 4 defensive backs, at the 4th highest rate in the NFL this season at 39%. They have allowed just 5 yards per play in base defense this season, 16th most in the NFL, 1.5 yards fewer than when they are in any other personnel grouping. The Panthers' 6.5 yards per play allowed when not in the base is the most in the NFL this season and the most by any defense since 2021. So, Panthers have utilized a zone blitz at the 5th highest rate in the NFL this season, 18.4%, but have allowed 112.1 passer rating when doing so, which is the 3rd highest in the NFL. Daniel Jones has recorded a 75.3 passer rating against zone blitzes this season, which is the 10th lowest in the NFL. So, Let's see. Carolina is surprisingly bad at generating pressure, stopping the offense and forcing punts. Jadeveon Clowney leads the team with 18 pressures, followed by Charles Harris with 15 and Ashawn Robinson with 13. Deshaun Williams has 7. Harris leads the team with 3 sacks. According to Pro Football Focus, no team has a worse overall defensive grade and pass rush grade. The base defense consists of Robinson, Shy Tuttle, and LeBrian Ray up front, with Clowney typically on the line of scrimmage as well to create the 4-man front. Jonathan Harris and edge rusher Cam Gill are rotational players in the front. Tuttle is the nose tackle, and Nick Thurman spells him. Tuttle is only 300 pounds, and his presence isn't dominating in the middle. Running counter to the outside and hitting the 7 or 8 hole outside of the play side tight ends will force the linebackers to scrape and locate. New York could also employ crack toss to force the safeties and defensive backs to fit and fill. Carolina commits to the base personnel. New York can schematically take advantage of that decision. If Carolina switches to nickel, the statistics suggest a high level of discomfort due to their league worst yards surrendered in sub packages. So it seems like the thing is to get them out of the 4-man, right? 4-man guys in the secondary. Try to get the 5, get the nickel, get the dime package in there. And that's when the Giants can really maybe take advantage of that. New York got New York can get the Panthers out of base by spreading them out and using lighter packages, even 10 personnel. I expect Carolina to match the Giants' 11 personnel package with their base, which possesses its own problems for Carolina since there's only 2 cornerbacks to cover 3 receivers. Good luck there. Let's see what we got here. Now, the defensive coordinator, Evero, may drop safeties, Xavier Woods or Richardson, into the box or even over the slot for defensive back help. Woods has range and was a disruptive player for the Cowboys years ago. Richardson returned to the lineup in Week 8, and he's an undrafted rookie free agent out of Texas A&M. Evero does employ multiple safety packages that tend not to do well against the run. Veteran Dane Jackson, rookie Smith Wade, and former first-round pick by Shane Bowen's Tennessee Titans, Caleb Farley, who's now playing safety, earned snaps in the big nickel and dime. When the Giants get Evero's defense into sub-packages, they should run the ball. Absolutely. The Panthers don't have bad starting cornerbacks on the outside. J.C. Horn may be their best overall healthy player. He's having an impressive season. Horn allows just 42.9% completion rate. He has 7 pass breakups and 1 interception. So, former Seattle Seahawk Mike Jackson is having an adequate season, albeit he does allow nearly 70% catch rate. According to the NFL Next Gen, the Panthers' outside cornerback duo of Horn and Jackson both rank in the top 15 in passive defense this season. Conversely, Horn has allowed 5 touchdowns, which is the second most, and Jackson has allowed 4th, which is tied for 3rd most. Carolina's starting nickel, Smith Wade, does not see the field too frequently due to the lack of nickel sub packages. He has played over 20 snaps 3 times this season and over 40 snaps just 1 time. Dane Jackson could have a larger role on the defense, but he has only been healthy for 2 games. Lonnie Johnson Jr. can hardly see the field and played only 1 snap against the Saints this past weekend. So he's got his final thoughts here. We're feeling kind today. It's vastly mediocre against very mediocre in Germany. However, the Giants are a much better overall football team than Carolina, who is surprisingly inept on defense and ineffective on offense. The Giants should win this game and cover despite Carolina's victory last week. There's pressure on the Giants. It will be difficult for the organization to stomach a loss to the Carolina team. Giants should enjoy Germany, eat their Wiener Schnitzel, and leave Europe 3-7. If they fall to 2-8, that seat under Brian Daboll may become too hot to sit in. I'll tell you what, if they wind up losing here to Carolina, I mean, anything's possible, right? But I'm saying, if I was Mr. Mara, everybody going there gets a one-way ticket, right? Right. If we lose to Carolina and Germany, tell you what, guys, you buy yourself your way back. I'm not paying. You can swim back. You can take an Uber back, whatever you want to do, but I'm not paying. You can stay in Germany for all I care. So, I mean, I tell you what, if we lose, I mean, Carolina is just not a good team. Not a good team at all. But any given Sunday, right? So it is what it is. But you're kind of hoping at least maybe the Giants will wind up, hopefully maybe pull. If something absolutely horrible goes wrong, hopefully the Giants can pull this one out. Because if they don't, we're 2-8. Wow, going into the bye week. Wow. Very, very disappointing. All right, guys, it's been 1 hour and 8 minutes. Whoever spent any time listening to me live, thank you, thank you, thank you. Or if anybody's going to spend any time watching a replay this, once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. As always, you guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo! Oh, yeah.